Now, the second behavior that men do that puts you in the sinkhole is infidelity, cheating. I'm not saying I'm not saying having options or, having a bunch of women or, being on some shit to where you got like a woman over here and a woman over here and they all know about each other. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cheating and lying and being deceitful and living a double life. That behavior like that will for sure make you simp out and put you in the simp sinkhole. And this is why I advise against cheating. It's not, when I advise against cheating, yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong to deceive people, and you don't want to live a life of deceit because you contribute bullshit to the world when you do that. But the main reason is because the negative effects it have on you as a man. And, it's counterproductive to your game as a man to cheat, right? And this is why cheating makes you simp or put you in the simp sinkhole, right? When we wrong the people that we love, when we do wrong things or we hurt the people that we love, we subconsciously do what we can to try to fix it. It's called a guilty conscience. And this guilty conscience will make you behave in a way that's simpy, right? And typically when men who cheat and men who live double lives and men who cheat on their wives, they typically behave in ways that, the wife finds or the partner finds unattractive. And they behave in this way because subconsciously they're trying to right those wrongs. You see what I'm saying? And over time, this behavior will push your woman away, further and further and further away. And not to mention, when she catch your ass, a lot of the times they cheat back and they get you back. And that's what you're not ready for. You see what I'm saying? So just be honest about your shit. But again, the behavior, and this is something that not only I've seen around me and coach guys through and all this type of shit, I dealt with this myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I cheated before in a relationship. When I got in my first, I wouldn't say my first relationship, but my longest relationship, when I got into that relationship, I was going through my player shit. I was going through my player hoe phase, my fuckboy phase. You see what I'm saying? And so she basically had to go through that shit with me, but I would at some point, especially when she started to, when they start to catch on, this is what happens. When they start to catch on to it, or when they start to suspect you of shit, or when it starts to become a problem and they start to become hurt, and you can see it and it's starting to become a problem, the way that we behave to try to fix it is simpy. You wouldn't behave like this. You wouldn't buy her flowers and buy her all this shit and compliment her 50 times a day and tell her you love her 50 times a day and eat her out 100 times a day and fucking take her shopping and just give her the whole world and let her disrespect you, because you wouldn't do all of these things normally, right? But you'll let your typically you'll let your girl get away with calling you certain type of shit because she upset because you cheating on her. You'll let your girl get away with, little shitty behaviors and shit. You'll let your girl get away with, verbal disrespect. You'll spend more money. You'll try to accommodate your girl. You'll give her a little bit too much. You'll treat her in a way that she takes for granted. Now, you see what I'm saying? Because you give her too much. You'll let her get away with stopping meeting your needs. You know what I'm saying? Not wanting to meet your needs. And she shouldn't. I'm not saying, let me say this. She has every right to not want to meet your needs if she hurt and shit and she feel like she been betrayed and shit. But however, you still together, and a lot of the times women will not want to meet your needs. They don't want to fuck you no more. They don't want to cook for you. They don't want to do shit for you because they feel like you violating them. And you allow this shit, damn near rightfully so. You allow this shit because you wronging her, right? Well, all of this behavior combined together, you ain't doing nothing but basically simping. Because if it wasn't this scenario, you wouldn't be behaving like this. You wouldn't be overdoing it. You wouldn't be over complimenting her. You wouldn't be overly available. You wouldn't let her talk to you crazy. You wouldn't let her go without meeting your needs. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't be spending all this fucking money to appease her and buying her flowers and telling her please and all this shit. You wouldn't be doing this under normal circumstances. Just because of the fact that you cheating and now you're doing these behaviors don't make it simpy. You see what I'm saying? And typically when men cheat, this the type of shit that they do, especially when it starts to catch up to them. You know what I'm saying? Now at first, At first when you cheating, it's all good. You ain't really doing, you know what I'm saying? You just living how you living. But even still, you know, if you really love the person and you're a healthy person, you're gonna feel some sort of guilt there. There's gonna be some guilt there. And again, you're gonna behave like that. You know what I'm saying? But at first, it ain't gonna be super simpy because it's just like whatever. But once she start to catch on to your ass, and she catch your ass that one time, and she leave you and shit, and she cut your ass off, and she put your ass off, and you start chasing and begging and doing all that simp shit, welcome to the simp sinkhole. You see what I'm saying? That's dangerous. You see what I'm saying? And again, over time, that behavior gonna push your woman further and further away. And before you know it, she gonna leave your ass, not because you cheating and not because you lied, but because you act like a bitch now and you done lost yourself. You done lost your spine. You done lost your fucking manhood. You gave away your manhood trying to make your wrongs right. You see what I'm saying? That was the cost of making your wrongs right. Your fucking manhood at the end of the day. I done seen dudes do all type of shit to stop their woman from leaving them, to stop their woman to stop their woman from leaving them after they get caught cheating. You see what I'm saying? And they do things that compromise their integrity, compromise their dignity. It's just better to just not cheat and just fucking be honest. If you want to open your relationship, say that. If you want to step out and get you some outside, just say that. But cheating is not good all the way around the board. There's nothing good that comes from cheating at all. There's nothing good that comes from cheating. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying if you're the type of man that gotta have a bunch of different women, if that's your thing, if that's your bag, do your thing, but do it in a player way. Do it in a way that's respectable. You see what I'm saying? But with me, right? With me, I was just telling you guys about how I was in this relationship, right? This long relationship with my boy's mother, right? I was in a long relationship for years and years and years. Right, and I pretty much was cheating the whole time. Outside of the last maybe 3 years of it, 3-4 years, I didn't cheat at all. You know, I was just fucking around and just basically focused on my family or whatever. But I pretty much cheated the whole time. She tried to deal with a cheater literally the whole time for years and years and years and years. Bitch after bitch after bitch after bitch after bitch. Because I was going through my fuckboy phase. I was going through my phase. I'm young. I'm handsome. I'm getting to the bag. I'm out here. I'm living the street life. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just taking what come with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going through my phase. I shouldn't have been in a relationship that young, right? But she going through this shit and I'm taking her ass up through there, right? You know, and some stuff she found out about, but a lot of stuff she didn't know about. A lot of stuff she didn't know about, right? And so when we finally broke up, we didn't break up from me cheating or her cheating or none of that. You know what I'm saying? But when we finally broke up, I remember feeling like, nah, like it can't go like that. Like I gotta fix this. I gotta get this together. I gotta get my family back. It was like this burning desire. Now me, I've always been on some shit. Like I never chase nobody that don't want me. If the relationship is over, the relationship is over. I'm not finna be calling nobody, begging nobody, no nothing. If it's over, it's over. I deal with that shit and I suck it up. So that's what I did. I didn't call her and try to win her back over. I didn't do none of that shit. But it did burn me up literally every single day. It burned me up. It burned my soul. It's like I have to fix this. I have to fix this relationship. I have to get this. What can I do? Not what can I do, but you know, it's over, but goddamn, like what the fuck? Like I couldn't get over this shit. I could not get over it for the life of me. And I did not understand why. I didn't know why. At first thought, I was like, well, maybe because this was my family, it's my kid's mother and shit like that. But after a while, I was thinking about it. I was like, nah, that's not really it. You see what I'm saying? Because if that was the case, then, you know, if that was the case, I wouldn't have been moving like that. So it's deeper than just a family thing. And so it hit me one day, right? And again, it's probably a month later. This is like a month after we done broke up, right? That I just have this burning desire to make this relationship work. It's like burning. And it's making it worse because I'm not reaching out to her and I'm not contacting her. But we still see each other because we got to pick up and drop off kids and shit like that. And I'm just acting like everything's just cool. But it's like burning. I'm talking about this shit was burning my fucking soul. And so one day it hit me. I couldn't figure it out. And one day it hit me. I don't know why. One day it was hit me. I was in the gym. And I was like, maybe you feel like that because you know you wronged that girl and you did it's a lot of skeletons in your closet. Maybe you need to clean out your closet. So I went home, I wrote everything down. Wrote every person, every woman that I cheated with, every time, names, dates. I had her do, I remember when I first got out, I'm not gonna put the business out, but I was having her do shit like, and this is when I was young. Like when I remember when I got out of prison, I was like broke, I ain't had no car, no shit like that. Like I would do shit like have her take me to a chick house and tell her it was my homeboy and shit. And she never really knew that, right? She didn't know that the whole relationship. But I was writing down stuff like this. Well, remember this one time? Yeah, this was this. Remember that one chick that I said was just my homegirl? Yeah, this was this. Remember this one? I told you she just buy weed from me? Yeah, this was this. This the one I told you she buy cocaine from me. That was, that was this. But this girl I said it was my cousin and shit. Nah, like it was like this shit. Like she would suspect something and I just lie about it, whatever. I ain't get caught, whatever. I keep it going. Well, remember this chick? Well, this chick worked for me. It ain't nothing like this. She just do this for me. I was giving her names of everybody. I confess, I don't think that there's a woman alive, right? And shout out to my kid's mom. That was a dirtbag. I don't think that there's a woman alive, bro. Not that I've ever heard of that had to see that. A confession like that. Most guys take that type of shit to their grave. But they still always be chasing a woman and wanting a woman. I don't think that there's a woman alive that absolutely know that she got cheated on that much. I'm talking about bodies on bodies on bodies on bodies. Like bodies, all my bodies I caught with her, I told her names and everything, or at least the ones I remember. But I wrote all this stuff on the paper. I wrote all this stuff on a piece of paper, wrote it down, and I went and I typed it all up. I just emailed it to her, bro. I was like, let me just clean out my closet and let me just come clean and let me get this off of my conscience and let me get this off of my soul and let me see how that works out. And I did that. I confessed to every fucking thing. Everything. When I did that, that desire I had to be with her again, to fix myself, because what I wanted to be with her to right my wrongs. That's what it was. But that desire went away immediately. From that point, I was able to move on immediately. I swear to God. You see what I'm saying? By just cleaning out my closet and confessing, making my shit right with God and making my shit right with her and just cleaning my closet and righting, and I'm going to say righting the wrongs, but bringing truth to my lies and bringing closure to the things that she suspected and all type of shit, and the worst of the things that I did to her, I got caught up with. Like I had a baby. We was in a relationship together. I had an outside baby and shit. So that's like the worst of the worst, but she knew about that. But there was a lot of other shit that I lied about and shit like that I came clean about. Like everything, every chick, everything. That woman got some strength, bro, because again, I don't think that there's no woman alive that know that much that their man was doing. Everything, right? But I said that to say, I cleaned my conscience, I cleaned my soul, and the desire to chase her, the desire to be with her, to want to fix a relationship and fix a family, it vanished. And I was like, I was right on the money. So now I know. That's when I learned that the wrong shit that we be doing, the cheating and the lying and all that shit, it makes us behave in a certain type of way. And it makes us want, because we're trying to subconsciously right our fucking wrongs. Once I did that and that went away, that was confirmation for me. And I said, well, I've been stopped cheating. I stopped cheating on her a long time ago. But again, at the point when we broke up, there was a lot of shit that she didn't know about. And there was a lot of shit on my conscience and a lot of skeletons in my closet. You see what I'm saying? But that confirmed to me that you shouldn't cheat. Again, I had stopped cheating on her. I made the decision to not cheat in my late 20s when I had my daughter or whatever. I made that decision because I realized, okay, you don't gotta lie. They still gonna fuck with you. So why lie and be stressed out? So I made that decision then. But that was a hell of a confirmation right then and there. And I knew that my behavior for cheating, right? My behavior for cheating and lying and being a dirtbag and hurting and all this shit was a big part of the reason that we broke up. It wasn't me cheating and shit, because he stayed with me the whole time. But the behavior that I displayed, those years I didn't cheat, that was a lot of that was the cause of it. You see what I'm saying? It was very simpy, and that's not even the type of person that I am, a simpy ass person. I ain't never been like that. You see what I'm saying? But I was trying to right my wrongs, and I went overboard with it. And I'm not gonna say that that's the one thing that ended our relationship, but it was a big contributing factor, right? But again, once I confessed that and once I cleaned my closet, that desire literally went away and it never came back. And when I look at her, I don't see, ooh, I want to be with you. That's not there. It died that moment. You see what I'm saying? And I realized that burning that was going on inside of me, every fucking day. I was out dating chicks and all this shit, and I still had this burning desire. That was me trying to right my wrongs. Once I righted that wrong, it went away. So cheating, fellas, I said all that to say, cheating and infidelity is one of the main things that make you simp and put you in a simp sinkhole. You see what I'm saying? That simp sinkhole is dangerous.